That old early morning sun's about to break on the horizon. The coffee's a-perkin', and the bacon's a-cookin', and it's time once again to head on up to Sportsman's Lodge and visit with Ron Jones.
We don't try to kill anything but roosters, you know. Yeah.
Y'all drag your long johns out? I'll tell you what, boy. How y'all doing this morning? I'm Ron Jones, this Sportsman's Lodge. I'm on every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here on News 13 WMBB. And we come on right after Jim Wilson. He comes on at 5:30, and then Captain Roy and Cheryl come on at 5. So we got an hour and a half of a good entertainment for you. We kind of got it wrapped up on from 5 to 6:30. So y'all be sure and join us every Saturday morning. We certainly do appreciate that. Want to say good morning to Aaron Barefoot and Truman Kyle. Good morning to Aaron Barefoot and Truman Kyle. Also, happy birthday to Chief Blue Bass. That's Ken Davis over in Grand Ridge, Florida. I think his birthday was last Saturday, but the show had already gone in. But good, happy birthday to Chief Blue Bass in Grand Ridge. Also, good morning to Dorothy Gilbert and Simon Sheffield. We ran into them the other day. Going to tell you about that a little bit too. What we did, went to a fish fry and they were there. Had a real nice time up there too. Good morning to Frances Allen, 93 years young. Miss Allen used to work at the courthouse for many, many years. And if y'all have ever had any dealings at the courthouse, you know Miss Allen. So ran into Miss Frances Allen, and Jan Flint was with her. So good morning to Frances Allen, 93 years young, and to Jan Flint. Also remind, I talked to Paul Davidson the other day up at Main Street Market, and he said, tell him, Ron, to bring the pecans in. He's got one of them pecan crackers. If you can see that thing, you'll see it. Look at that. Just crack them pecans. Make it so much easier. If you're like me, you got arthritis, you can't crack too many before you got to stop and rest or do something. But take them up to Main Street Market and tell Paul Davidson you saw it on Sportsman's Lodge. Then you want to get them pecans cracked, he'll get them cracked for you. Got a real good price on that. And he also want to remind you that the winter citrus is coming in. Get the box loads starting to come in. This is a good item with churches. You know, churches they give away fruit during the holidays to less fortunate families. And if your church needs some fruit at good wholesale prices, go to Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 77 and Highway 90 in Shipley, Florida. Numbers on the screen there. Call Paul and talk to him about it. And before if you got to go from Dothan or from Panama City or Bluntstown, wherever you got to come from, you need to call Paul and talk to him, okay, before you buy anything, because he's got some real good prices on those things, and it's all fresh. Also, I want to remind you that Stones, now folks, you gotta, if you want a smoked turkey or smoked ham, you got to get your orders in there. You got to call Stones Meats and tell them you want a smoked turkey or a smoked ham or both or whatever you want, or just call and talk to them about it over there. And tell them you saw it on Sportsman's Lodge with Ron Jones and you just want some information on it or whatever. But don't wait. You can't wait till the week of Thanksgiving and the week of Christmas, because it don't work that way, folks. They have to smoke these things. They have to take orders on them. So, if you want to get your best price and you want to get the best smoked ham and turkey, I'm getting hungry thinking about it. Call them at Stone's Meats. Tell them you saw it on Sportsman's Lodge and you want to get a smoked ham or a smoked turkey. And it's for the holidays. Don't wait till the last minute, because you're going to be left out. Your wife's going to say, would you go get us a smoked ham or smoked turkey or something, and you're going to say, okay, I'll run down there at Stone's. They got them down there. You get down there and they say, sorry, you should have called us. We sold out. Don't get caught like that. Call them now. Make a good thing with your wife. She'll like you for it. Don't surprise her with it. Anyway, that's at Stone's Meats. It's on Highway 277 in Shipley, Florida. Tell them you saw it on Sportsman's Lodge. We certainly would appreciate it. In today's show, we're talking to the dogs is running something up a tree over there, I think. Oh, they're barking at the buzzards. They love to bark at them buzzards. They try to chase them, but they can't quite catch them. But anyway, on the show today, like I said, we got had the privilege, I'm not the privilege, the honor of roasting Jim Wilson last Saturday night, and he had his 80th birthday party. We're going to have some of that on today. Also, Leo Rogers is going to be on. Had a real nice conversation with Mr. Leo. He lives pretty close to the lodge here, so y'all don't want to miss that. We're going to have part 1 of that on. And also, we went to a fish fry up at the Council on Aging in Washington County, and Alto Carroll and Richard Clark cooked some nice catfish. Y'all saw them on the show. Oh, we've seen them several times, but Richard's the one that made that catfish helper thing where you clean your catfish, you put them on that hook and everything. But they were up there cooking them catfish. They jug fished over in up in Georgia, Alabama, somewhere up in there. They love to fish, but they cook those folks some fine fish and those puppies and coleslaw and all that good stuff. So we're gonna have some of that on. Talk to Miss Mary Smith. She runs the center up there. So Council on Aging, and y'all be sure to watch that. Y'all watch this also, and do business with our sponsors, folks. And we'll be back in just a little bit.
Innovative Glass. Together, Mark Moody and Tim Johnson have over 2 decades of experience in the glass industry. Mark and Tim have made Innovative Glass a success story. It's a family thing. They are not brothers, but like brothers. Each one knows what the other expects. Innovative Glass has the most up-to-date equipment that you won't find at a lot of other glass companies in the area. They specialize in residential and commercial. Anything from shower doors, tabletop glass, and special made-to-fit windows and doors, Innovative Glass can handle small and large jobs, including big condo development window and door replacements. Innovative Glass has Sportsman's Lodge stamp of approval. Give them a call.
It's 850-541-2417 and 850-541-2418.
Innovative Glass, the professionals in Bay County. Everybody's discovered Bailey's in Shipley, Florida.
I'm Bo Durham. This is my wife, April. We come from Panama City every Friday night to eat at Bailey's. The food's great.
They just can't get enough of that good Friday and Saturday night seafood buffet, stacked with big crab legs, shrimp, oysters, hot wings, and more. And them down-home cooked vegetables. Man, what you talking about? For you steak lovers, the largest selection cooked to perfection. Bailey's Surf and Turf Highway 77 at Highway 90, Chipley, Florida. It's so good.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing. Y'all give him a call.
Folks, this is Mary Smith. Mrs. Smith is in charge of the Council on Aging. How you doing, Mary?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Well, they're having a big fish fry here for, who's this actually for? The people that
the
come
senior citizens. We have our craft group who comes every Tuesday and does crafts from 1 to 3 o'clock every Tuesday. And so one of our clients, her son, had a lot of fish caught up and they wanted to come provide a fish fry for us today.
Alto, I was over at Alto's house one day and he said, hey, we're going to be frying some fish up at the Council on Aging. And would you like to come? I said, shoot, man, I never turn a fish fry down. But Alto, and in fact, I walked over and talked to him and the gang over there is cooking. Janet's over there. But it's tell me a little bit about the Council on Aging in general. I mean, as far as people that may want to come to sign up, or how does it operate?
Here at the Council on Aging, we have services that we provide to senior citizens 60 years and older. Some of them are homebound, some are active. We have the sites where they can come in daily and have lunch. There are actually 5 sites now. We have a meal site here in Chipley 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 11:30. We serve a hot, nutritious meal.
You ought to get Alto and them to come cook
all the time.
I
wish we could, but unfortunately they make us go by a menu approved by an RD, and sometimes the fish fries aren't really qualified for that. But we do have a meal site here in Chipley as well. We have 2 days in Vernon. We have a site in Ebro. We just opened yesterday from 10:30 to 1 on Mondays. We have one in Greenhead and one in Vernon and Sunny Hills.
This is Council on Aging of Washington County. So if anybody's interested, you got a phone number they can call? Or?
Sure, 638-6217. And also we do in-home services. We have services for personal care, homemaker, things. As you grow older, you just can't vacuum your floors and things like you would like them. And we provide those services for the elderly in Washington County. Also, we have what we call an activity day center here. If you have a loved one who has a memory disorder and can't be left at home alone and they need extra support, then we have a day center that you can bring your loved one in Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You can go to work, you can go home and rest, do whatever you need to do as a caregiver, and we will take care of that client's needs for that day for you.
What does all this cost?
It is free.
Free?
It is free.
I'll tell you what, folks.
Of course, we accept donations, but we do rely on public donations as well, but we do have no charge for the services.
If you want to make a donation, you call that number. Give us the number again.
850-638-6217.
That's on the screen there. Y'all give them a call. Give Mary a call if y'all want to donate or you're interested in the service here, and you want to maybe you have someone, a loved one that could benefit from the service, or yourself. Just give them a call. Talking about vacuum, I can't vacuum like I used to either, can I?
No.
You hear that? That's my wife. You know Janet, my camera lady. Yeah. I can't like I used to. Yeah. I guess that's the key word.
He can fish though, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sitting down when I'm fishing, so that's better. Well, thank you, Mary. I certainly appreciate it. We're going to tell you what. Let's go get some fish before they eat it all.
Let's do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Alto Carroll and Richard Clark. Y'all, Alto and Richard told me about this, about a month or so ago. They were going to be doing this cookout. He said, y'all to get you some fish up here. So that's where we come up here. We talked to Mary Smith, and she runs the Council on Aging, and you do all this for free, don't y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
We've been wanting to do this for the Council on Aging because a lot of these old people don't get a chance to get no fish like this.
Richard, he builds that catfish cleaner thing I showed y'all on the show several weeks ago.
That's to make my job easier when we're doing cleaning all these fish.
Makes his job easier when they're cleaning all the fish. But anyway, well, I think it's real nice that y'all doing this for the Council on Aging up here and these folks, and I know they really appreciate it. And you gonna do it again next year, maybe?
Probably will.
Be sure to call me now.
We got plenty of fish. We can do it again.
Well, my freezer's just about to get empty of fish.
You need to come by my freezer.
Or mine.
Oh yeah. I'll come out and visit both of them. So anyway, appreciate it, Alto and Richard, and appreciate you inviting us up. Sure do.
Okay.
Stay tuned, folks.
When you're taking your vacation, make it all that it can be. Rest and relaxation for yourself and your family. When you take to the open road, you'll know what it's like to be free. If you want to find out how freedom feels, come to Holiday on Wheels. If you want to find out how freedom feels, come to Holiday on Wheels.
Here at King's Outdoors, we have all major brands of handguns, shotguns, rifles, scopes, and accessories, including Browning, Beretta, Savage, Remington, and Marlin. We have an extensive selection of ammunition, including Remington, Federal, Winchester, and Hornady. We also have a full line of hunting accessories, including calls, decoys, and scents. King's Outdoors can take care of your hunting, fishing, and shooting needs year-round. Here at King's, we'll work hard to earn your business and keep your business. Y'all come see us.
When buying meat, make sure it's fresh and that you know where it came from. Stone's Meats in Shipley, Florida is the butcher of choice in this area.
Everything is made right here. We produce our own bacon, hams, and sausage.
From smoked bacon, hams, and sausage to fresh cut beef and pork, Henry Stone and his staff know the business. Henry can custom cut.
If you like your steak 3/4 of an inch or 1.5 inches, we'll cut them however you like them.
Folks, don't take any chances. Buy it fresh cut from the best. Stone's Meats, 1008 Highway 277, Shipley, Florida, 850-638-0673. Be safe. Call Stone's Meats today. We've said it for years, folks. When you do business with Stone's Meats in Shipley, Florida, you know where your meat's coming from and you know that it's safe. It's the next best thing to the old vegetable truck. It's Main Street Market in Shipley. Owned and operated by Paul Davidson, Main Street Market stocks the largest selection of good fresh fruits and vegetables and a whole lot more.
We sell wholesale or retail.
From fresh local milk.
That's so cheesy, creamy milk.
To a complete line of Amish products to livestock and pet food.
We now offer a full line of Seminole feed. We also carry a full line of frozen vegetables, all types of Amish cheese. We have Amish butter, that's one of our specialties.
Hey, you need it? We've got it. Top quality coastal Bermuda horse hay year round. If you like fresh fruits and vegetables, we have them at Main Street Market.
Corner of Highway 77 and 90 in Shipley, Florida.
It's your cake, Jim. Cut it.
Hey, well listen, I'm cutting the first slice, and I'm cutting it especially for a dear friend of mine, Mel Bankhead, and I'm going to cut this one right here. This is a snapper that I just caught just for this party.
Funny it don't stink.
And this is a special cake made by Rose Matthey, who makes these beautiful handmade, hand-painted, and configured cakes. And her phone number, if you're interested in having one, is 722-0778. Or call me and I'll put you in touch. And I'm going to take this over and serve it to my dear friend Mel.
Okay.
I have the honor of serving you the head and the teeth. Please do not stick your thumb in the snapper's mouth like you did on the Wounded Warrior event and became a wounded warrior yourself with blood dripping out of your thumb.
And then the most scared I think I've ever seen Jim, we were fishing with Noel Stafford, and we launched it at St. Andrews Marina, and it was a beautiful day and everything was going good, and we get out to the mouth of the pass, and all of a sudden Jim starts looking around and he just goes ashen face. Well, those of you that have ever fished with Jim or seen the show know he's always got the dogs with him. So we look around, and it wasn't a big boat, but Noel's got a pretty good sized boat, and all of a sudden we're trying to inventory, and there's only one dog on the boat. So Noel in the past does a power slide and about pitches us all out of the boat as we pitch you, and we all get migraine headaches looking for a little pinhead dog swimming frantically from one side of the pass to the other, backtrack all the way to the marina there, St. Andrew. And the dog was fine. He was just peeing on every post, bouncing around the dock. Apparently, as we were backing off, he jumped off the bow. We almost went out into the Gulf of Mexico without him. So, we love you, Jim. Got some great times, man.
And you too, Pat Quirk, and thanks for always being handy in emergencies.
When I first learned that we were honoring Jim Wilson tonight, the first thing I did was call all of his friends. That didn't take too long. I forgot something. I got to put my little dogs up here. You know, Jim would do good in politics. He certainly has one of the most recognizable names. Thousands of people have read his articles in popular magazines. And when you throw in the 26 people that have watched his show over the years, you have a pretty sizable constituency.
Jim and I went to the rodeo a couple of weeks ago. And Jim says, well, let's go early for dinner. My people and all my fans are up there. And we sit down to have dinner, and here comes this little waitress. And Jim says, do you know who I am? And she goes, well, no, I don't. And he says, Jim Wilson, Channel 13, been on TV 26 years, ABC News. And she goes, well, I don't like to fish, and I don't like to eat fish, and I don't know who you are. Woo! It was like deflating the balloon, you know?
Why do you whisper green grass? Why tell the trees what you sow? Whispering grass, the trees don't have to know. No, no. Why tell them all your secrets? Who kissed there long ago? Whispering grass, the trees don't have to know. Don't you tell it to the trees.
I've been a fisherman most of my life, and there's one thing that I know. You ain't got very much of a boat if you don't have a rhino. Know wood to rot, it'll never rust. It's a boat you can always trust. Now you know what I know. Make your boat a rhino. You gotta have a rhino.
Joe's Motor Service and Rhino Boats revolutionize the aluminum boat industry. Make your next boat a Rhino, and they can do service on just about any outboard.
Wow, this snow sure is gritty and salty. No, silly, this is sand, not snow. So that's why it's so hot. Yeah, but thank goodness our daddy owns A+ air conditioning. He keeps our home as cold as Alaska. Cool. Hey, I'll race you home.
For the most professional, most reliable, and most preferred air conditioning service in the area, call A+ Air Conditioning, 850-230-3009.
Okay, bet you I can win.
Folks, have we got a treat for you today. We're going to be talking to Roy Rogers' daddy. That's right, isn't it?
I reckon it is, Ben.
That's your baby boy, Roy Rogers. His name's Roy Rogers.
56.
This is Mr. Leo Rogers. Y'all have heard me talk about him occasionally, and I've been telling Mr. Rogers we're going to get by here and talk to him, and I'll kick myself for not doing it because they just stay business up all the time, and he only lives right down the road from me there, from the house. But anyway, I was at fish fry yesterday, and how many kids you got?
5.
5?
Yeah.
5 kids. Tell me what the names are.
Dave Sheldon is my oldest boy, and Elaine.
Elaine?
Elaine Johns, and Dottie Sue Carroll.
Dottie Sue?
Dottie Sue
okay.
Carroll. And Judy Jenkins. And Roy Rogers.
And Roy, that's your baby.
Yes.
How old is Roy?
56.
56. 56. Does that tell you anything or not? How old are you, Mr. Rogers?
I'll be 92 in January.
92 years? Yeah, I tell you what, that's an accomplishment. I had the privilege, the honor of roasting Jim Wilson Saturday. He turned 80, and like I told him, I said that's a feat in itself, you know. So he said, well, it's better than the alternative, you know. So anyway, see. But before we do anything else, I want to say something, because Mr. Rogers, he's asked me many times when I stop by and see him about. He said, do y'all ever make any kind of announcements or anything like that on your show about people looking for people? I said, Mr. Rogers, we do just about anything on this show. So you helped take up that railroad that ran from Chipley down to Lynn Haven down there, didn't you?
To Southport.
To Southport.
Yes.
I don't know when did they build that thing. Y'all know?
Not old enough to know.
That tells you something else there. So how old were you when you helped take that railroad up?
I was about 19.
About 19 years old. He's 92
1920.
1920.
20. 19 or 20.
Or 20, okay.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of difference in there. Well, and it's been gone that long, huh?
Yeah.
I see.
We wound up in 40. First part, I'd say about 3 months in 40 that we wound up taking it up.
Did you work all the way down to Southport?
All the way from Southport to Chipley.
Wow. So he's asked me if there's anybody out there that watches this program that helped take that railroad up, he wants you to give him a call. You mind if I put your number on the screen?
No,
okay, his number's on the screen there. So y'all call Mr. Leo Rogers if y'all had anything to do with taking that railroad up in 1920 or 21. And because he wants to talk to you. 30.
1939.
39, okay.
And 40.
39 and 40. I'm getting these numbers, these real low numbers are taking me way back, so I'm kind of getting lost here a little bit. But anyway.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if anybody else was living that helped take up that BC Railroad.
Well, now you said that was in 39 and 40.
Yes, sir.
And you was 19 or 20, somewhere around
yes,
there.
Sir.
So about how old was the rest of them? About your same age, or were they younger?
No, sir, they were some old men out there.
Well,
them old men picked up the railroad spikes, and one or two of them that had worked on a railroad before, they prized them spikes out. You know, pull the spikes out and just leave them laying there. And there's some young boys that come along behind picking them up.
I did something a couple of months ago. I was over near the railroad that runs from Bayline and everything. I had some stuff to do over there. And I was walking along there, and I couldn't believe the spikes that was laying around there. That where they changed I guess they changed the timber. What do they call it, railroad ties?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess where they changed the cross tie. Yeah, but them things were laying all over the place, and I started getting me a few. You know, my britches started coming off, so I had to stop that. I wanted to get me a few of them, just because you just don't see them that much. You know.
I know it. After that, after we got the rail all picked up, we started away down there in Bay County. Mr. Jim Cox, J.J. Cox, was out there in Walsall, and his son had bought, him and another man had bought the whole right of way.
Really?